you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel for How to Love a Battered Woman. My name is Nia Renee, and today we're getting into another one of my most viral TikToks. It's a video where it's a confrontation, a conversation between myself and my birth mom. And so, yeah, this one needs to be dissected a lot. But first, you already know what we gotta do. Hey, Mom. What do you want, Nia Renee? What? I'm sorry if I made you mad. I just wanted to talk to you because I'm just so sad all the time. Girl, if you don't get the hell up out my face, you have nothing to be sad about. What you talking about you sad for? No, I'm just depressed and I'm trying to understand why I'm so sad all the time. Why are you yelling at me? Girl, nobody yelling at you. Take your ass and be sad in your room if you want to be depressed. You ain't got shit to be depressed about. We give you everything that you want and everything that you need. Now go away and stop bothering me. You over here wasting my time. Okay, so whenever I would ever try and have a conversation with my birth mother, they always started like that. What do you want, Nia? What do you want, Nia Renee? Like, am I irritating you that much? Always constantly getting on your nerves like this? Ma'am, what is the problem? Talk. What's the problem? What's going on? No, but seriously. And like, she was always angry and it was very unapproachable. She was very unapproachable. But at that time in my life, I was going through so many different things. This was around the time that I was unfortunately being sexually abused by my half siblings. And I was kind of putting my foot in the water to see if I would even be able to have any type of conversation with her about the things that I was enduring during my childhood. And she was always just so angry and always so aggressive and upset and frustrated. It made it very unapproachable for me to want to try and talk to her about anything. But I needed someone to hear me. I needed someone to understand that I was sad. And I didn't understand why I was so sad or why I was so scared all the time or why I was so afraid all of the time. And it was just not something that she ever wanted to hear. It was never a conversation that she ever wanted to have. Now, what I don't like the most is that in African-American families, African-American households, mental health is the biggest taboo. It's the biggest no-no. It's the biggest thing in conversations that you just do not have. That and trying to go to the doctor in general. Those two things are the things that we just don't have conversations about in our households. And as a child, going through the things that I went through, mental health is really important. It should have been important considering the fact that when I was around this age, like the age of 9, 10 years old, my grandfather unalived himself. And obviously that's huge with mental health. So why aren't we having these conversations? The myth of like, well, I give you food and water and a roof over your head and clothes and I put clothes on your back. Do you want me to congratulate you because you're doing literally the bare minimum of what it takes to keep a human alive? Like, you want me to congratulate you because you chose to have a kid and now you have to do what it takes to maintain the kid you had? Like, make it make sense. And then when you look into that video further, I started to really repress myself. I started to hold a lot of stuff in when it came to her. I started to hold a lot of stuff in with myself and actually started getting in trouble for it because I was too quiet. I wasn't doing anything. So I had to, kind of turn myself into something that I never really truly was, which is this outgoing, big, bubbly personality person, so that I wouldn't be seen in my vulnerable place. Damn, I'm really out here spilling tea to y'all about me personally. And so I did say I was going to get vulnerable on my YouTube channel and my podcast and just how to love a battered woman in general. But damn, y'all, it's too soon. No, I'm just playing. But I did create a persona about myself. I am truly and honestly introverted. I'm a very introverted person. However, I also cater to the side of me where it's like, if I don't speak enough, if I don't pop enough, if I'm not bright enough to people, they're gonna see that vulnerable side of me where I'm quiet and I'm in my shell, and they're gonna truly see the fear in me, and that I'm afraid, well, past me, new me, not so much, but to see the fear in me, and that, and the fact that I was so afraid of so many things. So I kind of put on a persona that kind of just really stuck with me, of being this big bubbly person, bright, big personality. But truth of the matter is I'm actually introverted. I'm very, very introverted. Like I honestly most days prefer just being tucked in the corner, quiet by myself, curled up with the book. Like that's genuinely who I am. But I also truly love and cater to the side of me that is, outgoing and big and bubbly and bright. But that, for the longest time, until I went to therapy, was a trauma response. That was a trauma response. Yeah, so like that video said right there, I stopped talking a lot, and then I started to get in trouble because I wasn't talking. And I would literally get in trouble because I never wanted to be around anybody, never wanted to hang out with anybody. So I had to force myself to be out and around all of my abusers, and it was a struggle. And growing up as a kid, not understanding that you're not supposed to be like this, like she was angry all of the time. There was no gentle parenting when it came to her, and kind of both of my parents. There wasn't really ever any gentle parenting. It really was a lot of anger. And I know that it's a lot of generational curses, and a lot of generational trauma that they never addressed within themselves. But it really repressed me as a kid. And it really, like, because I'm such a sensitive person, and that there's nothing wrong with being sensitive. And I was called sensitive my whole entire life. You're too sensitive, or you're too dramatic. And it's like, no, I'm allowed to feel things. I should be allowed to feel sad, and I should be allowed to feel afraid and scared and upset that I get anger out of you all of the time. How else am I supposed to feel? Like, that's not going to make me happy. That's not going to make me happy that the person that's supposed to be nurturing me and loving me and caring for me, that already doesn't want anything to do with me, it's not going to make me feel any better. So what do you mean depressed? You shouldn't be depressed. I'm depressed because you don't care about me. Anyway, that was one of the harder videos for me to record. I'm not going to lie. Some of these videos get a little tough. I do get a little emotional because I'm reliving the emotions, or my acting skills. It's really truly coming out with portraying who these people are. So if you are in a situation such as this, I am so sorry. You're loved, you're cared for, and there are people that will love you. There are people that will care about you and provide for you and nurture you and cater to you. I'm just so sorry that you have to deal with that. If you've ever had to deal with that, or if you currently deal with that, it's just, in any of your relationships, it's not okay. It's not acceptable. And this is where I started to really, truly learn how to set boundaries for these type of people. So hopefully I will do a video on talking about the way I set boundaries with people, tell some stories about my setting boundaries and where I'm at with the people in my life that I've had to set very hardcore boundaries with. But that will have to be another video. So I'm gonna just have to lay it to y'all right now. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Drink some water. Get some rest. And don't let nobody's dusty ass child treat you any kind of way. Okay? Love you, battered hearts.